All right, cool.
Yo, welcome to the Movie God podcast.
Andrew just showed up. Do your intro
Hello,
again.
and the whole crew is in. Okay, not the whole crew, but most of the crew. Today we're talking about Better Call Saul. I do not know what the talking points are, so it's better somebody who does takes this over. But yeah, welcome to the Movie Gods podcast.
Yeah,
Ina, you're up.
yeah. I'll take over. All right, cool. So we watched the last episode, the season finale of Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. What's that on Andrew's head? Anyway, Better Call Saul being.
What the hell?
Wait. Okay, guys, we need to carry on. Better Call Saul being the spin-off series from Breaking Bad. So it was 5 seasons long, right? 4 or 5 seasons long. Six seasons long, and we just watched the.
Yeah.
You said
The whole season you forgot about.
yeah, whole season. I did not forget about it. I just thought there were 5 seasons. Anyway, 6 seasons long, and we just watched the finale. So I guess we're gonna go through some points regarding the season finale, having watched the whole thing. I guess, did it meet your expectation, Muso?
It's been 6 years, bruh. My expectations were forgotten. Like when I got excited when it came out, I remember I watched the first season like per episode as it was coming out. But yeah, after 7 years, I can't remember
Is it
what
7
my
years?
expectations are. Yeah,
Yo.
it's been 7 years. It's been 7 years. So yeah, I forgot what my expectations are. It had some great seasons. Yeah, it's great moments as well. And it was good to see Odenkirk again.
Why quiet?
Please pardon Andrew's bad connection.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed. I guess so. I didn't really have expectations. Sorry, I'm mumbling, but yeah, I didn't have expectation. I was gonna take whatever was given.
Joash, expectation? Did it meet your expectations? Last episode.
Yeah, you know me. Yeah, I did.
Wait, the last episode. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah, we're talking
Clarify
about
your questions.
my question. We're talking about it's the season finale. We're talking about. Did it meet your
Yeah, but
expectations?
did Better Call Saul meet my expectations?
No, the
That's what you
season.
asked
No,
me.
the season finale.
No, you asked if the whole show, if the whole show. This is your ask, bro.
No, sorry, I blundered. Did the finale meet your expectations? The season finale.
Josh, go.
So Musa has to answer that now, because he was answering based on like the whole thing.
Josh, go. We would have come back to Muso. Go.
All right, it did. I really don't know what people were expecting. I have no idea. I was reading some of the comments on Twitter, and they were expecting something like a Breaking Bad ending, that dramatic. But that's not necessarily this guy's story. You know what I mean? The only time he was ever involved in like dramatic stuff like that was when drug dealers were involved and stuff like that. But all those guys from episode 10, the story changed. Those guys were not involved really in his life anymore. Lalo was gone and all that. You were not going to get what you thought you were going to get. You were not going to get a police chase and then him dying. The story was just never going to end like that. So I don't know what people were expecting, but for me, it did. It did meet my expectations. I loved it. I loved the story I love how it ended. I just loved it.
Dope.
Good. Yeah.
Andrew?
I was initially not impressed when I watched it. Can you guys hear my voice?
Yeah, we hear you well.
Because it's a bit windy here.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was initially not impressed the episode, especially because like there was some I think more than like we watched it together last night, and I was not the only one who was like confused, because essentially when we were watching the series, whenever it cuts to black and white, it means it's going back into the past, right?
No,
Going
black
back
and
into
white
the
is
past,
future.
to show you certain things that would throughout the season.
Yeah, black and white is future or present, and color is past.
Question.
What? Because it will show you things like when he was doing when he was working at that funny shop.
Yeah, it's the future.
That's the
That's
future.
in the future.
Yeah,
that's
or present. That's
Oh, okay.
after
Maybe then-
after Walter White.
After Walter White. Yeah.
The Walter White stuff. Okay, then maybe I got confused then. Anyways, my point was that there was certain it was a very quiet episode. It was an episode about like consequences, and I love that it stuck to that. Like rather than just being like, oh, by the way, he escapes in a car, like a heist film or whatever. It shows you like the consequences. But besides the consequences, this guy had struck an amazing deal, considering all the things that he had just done, right? Like when you take into consideration not just the Better Call Saul stuff, but the Breaking Bad stuff as well. He's now been caught and he's facing like essentially life in prison, and he negotiates one of the best deals he could get. There is spoilers.
Yeah, this is a spoiler. It's a spoiler review.
It's a spoiler-filled review. But the fact that he looked at him and essentially went like, you know what? Just hold on. Give me 5 seconds. I have no idea. Yeah. Sorry, I'm at the office.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
Edit this out.
There's no editing. We're uploading it like this.
Edit this out.
Exactly.
So I'm at the office. Anyways, the fact that like the Jim character and the Better Saul character and the Saul Goodman character were basically like dissected, and him as a human being basically sort of realizes like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep being that clever guy. I can't be that clever guy that sort of negotiates nice deals all the time to get myself out of criminal things. And he basically takes the 6 years and he goes to prison. I thought that was beautifully written. I didn't like it at first, but then I thought about it and I was like, no, you know what? That's what I love. So yeah, the finale itself, beautiful. Season overall, I'd say it's like an 8.
An 8.
That 8 for the finale.
Yeah, I'm done. No. Maybe like a 9 up for the finale and the 8 for the season as a whole.
Okay, the season. All right. I guess for me, did it meet my expectations? I expected a little bit more fireworks for the season finale, but it's Vince. Vince is the writer of the show, so with him, sometimes you don't know what to expect. So it worked as a finale in that it was closure, and Vince always tries to show that there are, I think as Musso said, or Andrew said, there are consequences for actions. So he faced the consequences for his actions. I like that he was the bigger man, as Andrew said, and he took the longest sentence, or basically caused himself to have a longer sentence. I think him striking that deal was just it was just him showing the guys that, hey, look, I can do this, but I'm not going to. And it was also a way for him to get into Kim's graces.
I actually disagree.
Okay.
I totally disagree.
I think he was going to strike that. I think he was going to strike that deal. He didn't do it to show them that he can do it. He was going to do it, and then he thought about Kim and the fact that she had also taken a deal like 2 days before. And when he heard that, he was like, she can't come out clean, and then I still am here squirming like the like a worm. I need to also come clean the way she came out clean. I think that's how I
Yeah.
interpreted that.
Yeah,
I
I think I agree with Andrew. I think that's exactly what happened. I mean, I think as soon as he heard that Kim had basically gone to the police and told the police everything, and there were civil suits on her head and stuff like that, and she didn't care. She just wanted, she just wanted to give herself in, and I think that's what made him change his mind, to be honest. I think that's what made him. And you must remember, this guy is like, he went around the world, couldn't care less about anyone. Do you remember the episode which you guys thought was a throwaway episode or a useless episode?
Not me.
Where he was breaking into people's houses and stealing with those guys. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he broke into that guy with cancer. Even his own the guys he hired to do the crimes, they couldn't do it. They were like, look, this is too far. We don't want to steal from a cancer patient. But he didn't care. That's how far gone he was. So I think,
but you check when he was sitting with the guys when they were striking the deal with the prosecutors, he essentially he laid out the deal, then tried to add that Lalo thing. That's when they tell him about the Kim situation, most. Only then does he then say he's going to give. I think that's when he said he was going to give Kim up or something.
Yes.
And so he only said that so that he could get her, I guess, in the courtroom. Wait, I think you guys make a point. Okay, so he was going to go through with the deal, but only decided to renege on that when he heard that Kim had. Okay, I guess.
Because you remember they had that conversation over the phone, and he was telling Kim, like, look, you don't have to do this. We escaped. Even after that conversation, she went back, went to the police, gave herself up. She goes to jail. She goes to jail. If they take her for everything, take her for everything. And you saw that, and he was like, look, like, and that was the story throughout the episode. When him and Mike were in the desert, and when him and Walter were in that room, discussing, would you go back in time and change anything? It was like a narrative throughout the episode. So yeah.
Okay, I agree there.
And what I like about it is that what's the guy's name? Howard. Mm-hmm. Howard is the catalyst for Kim, because as soon as Howard was killed, Kim got out. Saul continued. He continued on to Breaking Bad stuff, right? But then her getting out and giving herself up was the catalyst for him. So I love the fact that those two pins were there in the story. Like he didn't. It wasn't like what's that guy? The old man. Big God. I forgot his name. Arthur or something like that.
Mike.
The bodyguard for
Mike.
Gus. Yeah, Mike. Like when Mike started crying for the Mexican for Howard, I was like, my guy, why are you crying for this random guy? But if Saul had given himself up for Howard, that would have been weak storytelling, because the fact that you continue doing illegal things throughout your life, even after Howard died. But Howard was a catalyst for Kim, because as soon as Howard died, she was like, my niggas, I'm done with this, I'm out. And she lived with that regret. And then as soon as she gave herself up, she was a catalyst for Saul to be like, I'm also coming clean. Oh, I love that kind of storytelling.
No, when did she come clean? She only came clean Remember around after Walter White. So wasn't Saul indirectly a catalyst for her to
No,
come clean?
man. Wait. We're getting out.
Yeah, everything is after Walter White.
Yeah, when she came clean, it was after Walter White.
Yes. What was it? 6 years later?
Yeah. So why did she
What?
come clean?
Okay.
Are you asking why?
Yeah. What was her catalyst? It wasn't Howard dying was the catalyst for her to start punishing herself. But coming
It was
clean.
the call.
After Saul had that, remember after Saul had
Yeah,
that
but I
conversation
think-
with her on the phone,
Yeah.
that stuff was eating her up. She couldn't even. Obviously, she was paying for her sins and living with a boring husband and boring life and everything.
Also,
Everything.
also, let
But
me
after
tell you-
that phone call, everything changed. So
Okay, so essentially,
let me-
say Muso.
Let me know. After the only reason why Saul Goodman, Jim McGill, decided to give himself up was to protect Kim. Before that, remember what they say. Remember when he got the information that she's going to be taken for everything she has. At that moment, that's when he decided, okay, wait a second. I need to do something. That's when in the plane, he called his lawyer and told the lawyer, okay, we first of all asked the lawyer, what's happening with that case? And then he told him, okay, no, she's being indicted by the widow, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. Then that's when he walked away, he thought about it. Then that's when he called, when the lawyer passed again, that's when he called the lawyer. Even in the courtroom, remember what he said? Kim had nothing to do with this. It was all me. Kim going to jail actually saved Kim from all those other cases that were going to come up.
yeah.
So
but
for
I
me,
think-
from what I saw, the motivation for him getting 80 years in prison was to simply protect Kim.
no, I don't agree.
We will need to move on to the other question, other points, gentlemen.
Like, why?
Andrew, you're breaking up terribly.
Asking why Kim was after Theo.
Yeah, I was asking why Kim fessed up.
But even with Muso's, the thing just now that I said, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it was a big part, but I don't think it was entirely the reason why he did what he did.
All right, cool. Wait, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next question.
But we can move on.
Yeah, we could be here forever.
Let's move on.
What did we like and what didn't we like about the finale? Not the season. This is just a finale review. What did we like? What didn't we like? Muso?
Oh, okay. This is very controversial, but I think that whole Better Call Saul wasn't necessary. It wasn't a necessary story to tell. We could all there was nothing really revealed in that finale that established the story or made the story interesting. It was like remember those old 90s teen movies where they would tell you, oh no, Sam, let me finish. I'm breaking.
Oh, bugging. You're bugging.
No, you're bugging.
Remember those teen movies where they would say, oh no, and Sam he finished college and went to become a basketball player. And Kim went back to a life of crime and died in a gunfight. That's what that was. Especially this, the final episode. I'm watching that, I'm like, it's fine. It's a nice story for a story in itself, but it did not add anything to the Breaking Bad story. I don't think it was necessary.
That's not its purpose. That's not its purpose. I don't think it's to add anything to Breaking Bad.
The final season was the black and white season was
not to add to Breaking Bad. It's to conclude. It's to conclude Saul Goodman's story. He's an interesting character to follow, and that's why Better Call Saul exists. Okay, he's gone.
This is like saying, oh, those Star Wars prequels were just unnecessary. I'm sorry, what?
That was my argument exactly. That was gonna be my argument. The unnecessary movies that Disney is making on Star Wars. Like you're watching
wait,
The Mandalorian.
you are insulting
and you're
Vince.
Like, this is not-
You are insulting
like, this
Vince.
is not-
You can't
I'm not
compare.
insulting.
You can't compare Better Call Saul to the stuff that Marvel is making, the Star Wars stuff that Marvel is making. That's like non-canon nonsense. Whereas
I don't understand Musa.
I don't
still
understand
confused.
Musa. Sorry.
Are you saying that we just didn't need this side story?
The story should have
Basically,
stopped
what
when
you're
Howard
saying.
died. When Howard died, that is also when is it Lalo passed away. Like that's where the season should have ended. Like
What?
I think that's where it should have ended. The black and white was not necessary. Kim's jeans.
Oh,
skirt.
you are one of those guys on Twitter, those silly guys, those guys who keep saying that, hey, this is a prequel. Why do we need this black and white stuff after Breaking
No,
Bad?
that's
doesn't
not
make
my
sense.
point.
Okay.
No, my point
Wait,
is like,
guys.
that's very rigid thinking.
Okay, hold on.
In my opinion.
We're gonna stay on this thing forever. Like, let's move on. What did you like, Musa? We know what you didn't like. What did you like?
It's good storytelling. It's very good. It's not as good as Breaking Bad, but
You can't say it's good storytelling and then say it was pointless.
what did I say? I say the black and white is
The good
pointless.
storytelling was
The black and white is pointless. Please get
You
it
didn't like
right.
the black and white.
is pointless. No, I'm talking about the black and white. That was unnecessary storytelling. When
We need to move on.
just when Salamanca died, I loved that. When Howard got killed, that was nice. Like for me, that episode was the finale of that season.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Because
Josh.
we know what. Okay, sorry, my last statement.
Mm-hmm.
We know what happens after that. He goes and works with Walter White. That was okay. Yeah.
Okay. Josh. What did you like and what didn't you like about the season
Okay,
finale?
so all right.
there's nothing Josh didn't like. He liked everything.
Josh was right
Yeah,
and hard.
10 out of 10.
Josh, go.
That thing was the season finale. Oh, the finale itself was, I would say it was 9. I just think it was like really good storytelling. Honestly, I wasn't expecting fireworks like everyone else. People who think this is John Wick or whatever. I wasn't expecting, like, not everything needs a dramatic ending. You know what I mean? Not every final episode must be, we're gonna go out big, and that's what people were thinking. So I enjoyed the fact that the episode played out the way it did. I enjoyed the redemption storyline. I even enjoyed Marie. Is it Marie?
You have to mute.
Yeah, Andrew, mute.
I think it's Marie. Or what, is that her name? Hank's wife?
I don't know.
Marie, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed Hank's wife being there. I didn't think it was fan service or whatever. I think it made sense with the story. It was just beautifully shot. I also loved the way I loved the little callbacks with the handgun stuff and whatever, and also I enjoyed. It was quite sad. The ending, you know, when Kim was walking away, and you know that was the last time the guy was ever gonna see her, basically, and stuff. I enjoyed all that stuff. It was a really good ending. Really good ending. Yeah.
What didn't you like?
In that episode.
Yeah.
In the
No, finale. This is a finale review.
okay.
There was at first I didn't like, there was a bit of like teleporting going on, but then at the end I was like, okay, if you're going to teleport, this is how you're going to teleport. You know what I mean? It wasn't like disgustingly obvious like Game of Thrones, but you could see that, you know, they were trying to like, okay, let's get the story along. Let's, you know, it was, you could see they were trying to get to the end, but it wasn't gross. It wasn't disgusting. So yeah, that was a slight. That's why I would say it's a 9 out of 10. It's not a 10 out of 10. But you could see they were trying to
to close.
You ranked the
story
show,
along.
the episode. Okay,
Yeah.
the episode. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Andrew.
Andrew, you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hold on. I need to. Okay. Like I said, everything that I sort of didn't like, I ended up liking. Particularly, it felt slow and pointless. But when I dissected it, I was like, actually, everything that I'm saying I don't like, I actually love. I love that it wrapped up to the Saul's character and Kim's character. Those were the two most important characters. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything that I can point into the episode that I would have said that I didn't like the Walter White cameo about time travel, but at the same time it was to drive home the point about regrets, about going back in time to fix your regrets, and that's the pinnacle of the episode. The only thing I would say I don't like, but it's not essentially about the episode, is this should have been episode like 10 or episode 9 even. There were like 4 or 5 episodes, in my opinion, in this season that were pointless and that should have been removed or reworked into this final episode to wrap everything up sooner. It didn't need to be 13 episodes, considering that there were some episodes like whether it's just robbing malls, robbing
I love
people
that
with
episode.
Uber.
Same.
Like, it's fine. Like, you're like,
I'd like to comment on that episode.
It's a
by the
fun
way.
episode. It's a fun episode. They're robbing people with Uber, but in the grand scheme of things of the story, it felt pointless. Like, we're just taking a breather to watch Saul Goodman get up to his next adventure. It's like side missions. So
It's
we
very-
didn't
I
need
thought that was
we didn't need
necessary.
side missions.
I'll tell you
I
what.
didn't like those side missions. So this
I
episode
thought-
could have
anyway,
come
Let
sooner.
Andrew finish.
My point was just that this episode should have come sooner. We didn't need the side missions. That's all.
Okay. Do you remember what happened with Saul Goodman when he called the guy who the guy who gives him passports and gives him a way out? I think that's where the season started. He calls the guy and he says, "Listen, I need a pack. I need this. I need to get out." Right? When the guy, then what does he do? He says that no, never mind. That's how he decides that, okay, no, never mind. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna continue doing what I do. That's how he decided to start. That's when he went and visited that boy, his accomplice. That's how he started. That's when he started doing the house missions. So the house missions were kind of important for you to put, for them to put for the emphasis to be made on the decision that, okay, instead of him running away, he decides to stay and do this thing.
Yeah, and not
And
only
do side missions.
But
How
else were you gonna set up? How else were you going to
Him
set
getting
up?
caught.
How are you gonna set up what comes? Yeah, him getting caught. Because remember,
Getting
he stayed in that town for 6 years, or is it 7 years, or whatever,
Yeah.
and never got caught. No one recognized it. The only way to set up him getting caught was for him to commit these little misdemeanor crimes, for the lady to meet him and figure out you are actually this person, and then that's where we get to.
If you have Vince,
I don't know.
also
if you
remember-
have Vince,
remember
if you have
what he
Vince,
says when
We
he
need
says,
to move on,
you
guys.
can crack that out in 30 minutes. If you have Vince, you can crack that out in 30 minutes. You don't need 4 episodes.
Nah, I don't agree. That's why you get Game of Thrones. That's why I told you yesterday. That's why you get Game of Thrones.
All right.
Remember what he says when he's in jail. He's like, "This is how people get caught. So this is how people get caught," and then he punches the door. Like, it was a stupid thing that he got caught for, and I think it was important for him. Like, okay, you have escaped and committed these great crimes and managed to escape, and then you get caught for something silly like a burglary. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's move on.
What I liked about the finale, I liked how boring it was. It's very Vince-esque. Like, in that life, like it doesn't need to be exciting. He's driving a message home, and it's very much in keeping with his style. I liked it. It's like life is not always exciting. It's not always guns flashing, but you always face the consequences for your actions, or you generally face the consequences for your actions. I like that. What I didn't like is the very same thing, that it was slow, and kind of boring. I wish it was as emotionally moving as the Lalo episode, but it wasn't. So yeah, that's it from my side.
Naftali wanted Saul to go out dying like Rambo. Like dying, like shot on a hill, rolling down the hill.
All right. The next point is, should we? Maybe I'll put it. The two last questions as one. Should we return to this world? And what is next for Vince? What do you think is next for Vince?
Pinkman.
Should we return to this world, and what's next for Vince? Okay, Musa?
Vince and Peter Gould, by the way.
Yeah, the story of
Vince
Pinkman.
is doing things solo here.
What did you say,
The
Andrew?
volume
You're
is
blocking your mic. You're blocking your mic, Andrew. We can't hear you.
I'm saying, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm saying it's Vince and Peter Gould.
Sorry, we keep forgetting Peter Gould. Yeah, it's not just Vince.
Yes, yeah.
It's two writers, Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould.
Let me start it off.
Okay.
Please don't go back to this world again. Because like I think we've gotten everything that we could get. It's dope story writing. It's done. We it's not to say that we are tired, but we've gotten pretty much everything that we were going to get. So we don't need to go back. Like I don't want to see Walter White Jr. the rise of Walter White Jr. like I don't want to see that, right? My fear is they are going to make a prequel about Mike, like how he became like this ruthless bodyguard.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's not much you can do, and to go in the future, maybe follow Pinkman, but honestly, I don't care at this point. So I think the world is done. What they should do next, hopefully they can give us like a dope movie, something, even if it's in the world of drugs and crime and the cartels or whatever, it's fine. But something as well written. But I would like to see a movie from these guys. Of course, they did El Camino or whatever that thing was called. But like a bigger budget sort of movie with, something like in the ilk of The Godfather. I want to see something like The Godfather from these guys. Yeah.
I can go next. Should we return to this world? That's a big resounding no. I don't think we should go there. Like let the producers and whatever studio execs like take their hands off this, even if they want to milk it for money. The world is done. All the characters or all the important characters were explored. I don't want to go back, and even Vince doesn't want to go back. What's next for Vince and Peter Gould? I'd like to see them just do what they feel like doing. Like Vince had been really writing. I forget what he did before, but he had been writing some dope stuff before. He wrote a really awesome episode for, was it the X-Files? I think it was the X-Files that eventually inspired him to write Breaking Bad. And he was amazing, man. So, yeah, I would like to see him try something that he feels would challenge him. Not necessarily, I disagree with Andrew, drug related. I don't think it should be in that vein. Just whatever he wants to write. Yeah.
My turn?
Yeah.
Oh, should we return to the world?
Andrew, mute. Cool.
It's been what? When did Breaking Bad stop? 2013? 2014? Can't remember, but it's been maybe 6, it must be 8 years. I think it's even maybe 10. It's been way too long to go back to it. Josh is not gonna like this.
What?
Even Better Call Saul was too long. Like, I think that world is done. Yeah. I don't know what to expect from Vince. Whatever it is, we'll watch it. I'm hoping
Vince
it's
and
another
Peter
TV
Gould.
show.
It's not just Vince, it's Peter Gould.
Everybody remembers Vince Gilligan. Nobody remembers Peter Gould.
Oh, that's
Don't be
cold.
like that.
Don't be like that, man. Don't be like that. You probably wrote your favorite episodes.
Their package, it's like D&D from Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's the Saul brothers, ne?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think we should ever go back to this. It's done. It's over. I think they closed all the stories they could. I think everyone has closure, and I think this was the point of this whole thing. You know, so the world, to me, that world is done. I hope they never ever go back to it. And then for Vince and Peter Gould, and bro, anything they put out, I'm going to watch. You already know the deal.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So,
But like, what if like 2 years from now Vince comes back and he's like, no, I've got this awesome idea about Pinkman as a
Yes.
like,
Are you not going to watch?
worried.
This is
Okay.
that's
I really like. Outside questioning him.
I'll start
to be
questioning
honest,
too.
like, because I think the thing I like about him is that he knows when to stop. For me, that we got 5 seasons of Breaking Bad. We got 5 seasons of Breaking Bad. That was done. We got 6 of this. That was done. Any other studio, this thing is going to 10 seasons. I'm telling you. You know. So, if he comes back and he says, "Yeah, I've got a Pinkman story in Mexico," then
Then he's hungry. He has taxes.
MC.
Taxes he needs to pay.
Yeah, then you know something is going on. Someone has his nudes.
All right, cool.
AMC needs content, guys. Huh?
We can't hear you,
AMC
Musa.
Plus. I'm saying AMC Plus needs content.
Oh,
Oh, for
AMC.
goodness sake.
Oh, please. All right, dope. That was
Do you guys think? Okay, of the shows you've watched this year? Sorry, I just need to ask. The shows you've watched this year, who do you think is gonna get the Emmy for best performing series and actor? And do you guys have any early predictions of the shows you've watched so far?
Did you just say best performing theory? I've never heard of that
series.
one. Oh, best performing series. Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. I would have to list it
Yeah,
and then
sure.
go through it. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Okay, I think
One
this
that we
guy.
watched- What is the one that we watched earlier this year that was so good? Okay, I'm forgetting them now. I think
Yes,
this is the,
That could be
it's
another
episode.
podcast. Yeah, it could be another episode.
Yeah, another episode.
All right, cool. Thanks for watching, guys.
Right.
That guy needs an. That
like
guy
and
needs an
subscribe.
Emmy.
He needs an Emmy.
What's his name?
They like us.
And
All right, guys.
subscribe.
Thanks.
Like and subscribe. Share. Peace.
Oh, sorry. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Like, share, comment, subscribe.